What's up YouTube? Adventures of Con here, back with a brand new video. My name is Connor. I am a full-time reseller. I sell on Whatnot, eBay, Instagram, and all different platforms. I have been selling on Whatnot for 7 months now, so I would say I'm pretty much an expert or a advanced seller on the platform. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips today on your first live. And if you guys like this series, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will definitely make more videos helping you guys sell on Whatnot. So you probably clicked this video because you just got accepted on Whatnot and you're ready to sell. I wrote down 5 tips to help you guys with your first live on Whatnot. I've been selling hundreds of items each week and moving product faster than I've ever done on any other platform. So if you're thinking to yourself, damn, I kind of got on Whatnot a little bit late, no you didn't. There's still plenty of people looking to buy product on Whatnot, either for personal, for resale, or as gifts. Like that's honestly a lot of the time when people are buying t-shirts, I sell them an extra large and then they come and buy a small and I'm like, oh, aren't you an extra large? And they're like, no, that's for my grandma. And I'm like, oh, cool, thank you. Now growing your following is my first tip. And growing your following is gonna be difficult because if you guys got invited on Whatnot by another big time seller, like say someone hit me up and they're like, hey, I'm looking to sell on Whatnot and I only have like 100 followers. Now it's gonna be a little bit harder for you because you don't have a good following. Now, if you're starting fresh and you're starting on the app, a good way to gain traction and some followers, obviously, is mainly having good product, but you could also do some cool giveaways. So giveaways do cost you $4. I wish Whatnot would emphasize that more or like put that out there that like, hey, if you run a giveaway, you're gonna be charged $4. So no matter what, you're giving away the item, you're losing $4. But there's also other ways to gain followers while you're selling stuff on Whatnot. So I have a stack of teas that I'm doing today at 12 o'clock. So you're gonna put up your item, you're gonna sell it. And if your item sells, I usually throw in either a piece of candy. If it's a kid's item, I throw in stickers. If it's a men's item, kind of like this one's like a sports college themed, I throw in some sports cards. And they don't have to be anything crazy, just maybe you have like a big box of cards and they're not worth that much, but even just throwing them like 3 or 4 football, baseball, soccer, you know, some like cool cards, they really appreciate that. And that will gain you some followers, some good positive feedback. And then after the purchase, make sure you guys say, hey, thank you for your purchase. Make sure you appreciate them. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch my lives. And then say, hey, if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, make sure you guys follow me. They follow your page and then they're ready for the next sale. Tip number 2, which is the starting price. When you first start selling on Whatnot, the app is going to encourage you to list stuff at $1. Me personally, I would not suggest that because let's say something sells for $1. You're gonna get the 30-cent transaction fee. Now you're down to 70 cents. Then you're gonna get the 11% fee, and then you're down to 59 cents. You're only making 59 cents per listing, and that's honestly not a lot. So what I do is I start my items at $5 for everything that I found at the bins that day. So most of the time I'm buying an item for $1 and I'm selling it on Whatnot for $5. Now if those items don't sell, I put them in a separate pile. And then at the end of the week, I do another sale and those start at $3. And by the time we get to the $3 sale, most of the stuff is gone. If there's anything left after a $3 sale, I do 2 for $5. And then you move product and you give people a good deal. There definitely has to be some type of system to move your product, but also give people a good deal. Now, there are people that do mostly high-end premium stuff, but I just can't find that stuff consistently on a weekly basis, which there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like I go to the bins, I find some cool stuff, and then that's what we're gonna go to the premium racks. I will show you guys that at the end of the video. And that's another way to make some extra money. Maybe you wanna put all the stuff in one pile or split it up and give people good options for maybe some premium stuff like a jersey, a jacket, a t-shirt that's like maybe a little bit more expensive, like a band tee, a wrap tee, stuff like that. Next tip I'm gonna be giving you guys is be yourself, show personality. Now there's a lot of people I've seen on Whatnot lately that just go in and they're like, yeah, we got this tee, but like give it some pizzazz. Like if you're selling this tee, for instance, I bought this tee on Whatnot for $80 because EMC Vlogs, he put it up there, he was like, yo, this is $80, and he presented it very well. He was like, yo, this is a Jams World. And I was like, Jams World is one of my favorite brands to find. And this one is a patchwork. I paid 80 bucks plus shipping, which was a crazy deal. So I was fair with him. He was fair with me. He probably bought it at the bins for $1. I don't know where he got it. This thing is crazy. Now I'm very happy with this piece. So just be yourself, entertain people, show a little pizzazz. Like, you know how Paul Cantu comes up with like a bunch of like rhymes and stuff? Like maybe do something like that. I saw another seller, his name is Trends Are Trash. He literally makes like beats while he's selling stuff on Whatnot. Like it's crazy. Like he'll be like selling a t-shirt, he'll be like, and then he'll start whipping up some mixes, and it's just crazy. So be yourself, show some personality, and you'll definitely sell some more items than a normal boring seller. Now I'm not saying people are boring on there, but some people just be given no personality, and it's like, ugh. I don't want to watch them. Next is organizing your live and being prepared and just having a good system. What I talked about before was having a good system. So starting stuff at $5 and then working your way down to give people a better deal on stuff that they already passed on. So having a good organized system is just really good. Like right now I have a stack of teas that I'm starting at $3 today because these are teas that other people passed on throughout the week. And I threw in a little bit of extra like pizzazz. I gave some people some good deals. Like there's some 90s teas up top here. And I am usually in the vintage category, but sometimes I do go into the thrift and contemporary category if I'm doing more like reseller stuff. Now, when I'm at the bins, usually I pick up stuff for $1 and I sell it for like $5 to $10 on Whatnot, which is a very good system. I know a lot of people that won't do that because they're like, oh, what if it doesn't sell? Blah, blah, blah. So they only pick up premium vintage items. Now, the problem with that is maybe they have a place where they could source and find those items consistently, but I'm trying to sell 100 items every time I do a live. So I don't know if I could exactly find that for the right price. Because yes, I could hit up people on Instagram and be like, hey, I'm looking to buy bulk. But then you're going to be buying bulk for like $5 or $6 a piece and selling them on Whatnot for like $5 or $6 a piece. It's not really making too much sense. I have been thinking of opening up a store in a few years, but once I pay off my house, we'll get more into that in the future. I just can't open up a store right now, obviously, because I have the mortgage, and the mortgage is a lot of money every month. So after I take care of the mortgage problem, then we could go to the store problem. I'm not saying the store will be a problem, but it is definitely a lot to handle, and I can't do both of those at the same time. We have a stack today starting at $3, and I have everything organized. Let's say you're starting your live and you're making your listings. What I do is put in TEE, and then put in the description as TEE, and then it'll be quantity, and you put it as 200. Your last tip, which is tip number 5, is gonna be feel the room. See what's going on, like how many viewers you have, how much people are spending. Just like if it's popping, you gotta show some people some love. So if I had like 50 viewers and people are spending money, then I start bringing out some of the dope pieces, like some of the grails, some of the more higher end sports tees or jerseys. But one big tip is be prepared if there is a pop off. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're usually selling like, you have like 20 viewers, and then all of a sudden someone else's live ends, and then they're gonna pour into your live, and then they're gonna be like, hey, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Just be prepared for a potential pop-off. And that's what we're gonna talk about right now. If you have like 15 viewers and you're selling tees like $5, $6, and then all of a sudden all these people come in and they're like, hey, do you have NASCAR? Do you have cartoons? Do you have anime? Be like, I do, but they're at a premium price, because I'm not gonna start stuff at $1 when it's only gonna sell for like $10 for a $50 to $100 shirt. So usually when I start my lives, I start off with the $3 to $5 stack. And then afterwards, I'm gonna bring you over right now to the premium rack, which starts at $15, $25, and a little bit more than that, because sometimes I sell like a Nirvana shirt and that's for $100, and I wouldn't sell a Nirvana shirt for $5. Now this video is mainly for sellers, so if you're a buyer watching this, don't get offended, but this video is for tips on people starting their first live. So you don't want people to take advantage of you when you're on your live. So people will be joining your room. Hey, why are you running no bangers? Like, why are you running no vintage grails? Like, where are all the steals? It's like, bro, if you were respectful and you came into my room and you're like, hey, do you have any dope pieces that I could look at and you could give me a good fair price, then I would definitely hook that person up. But if they come in and they're like rude and they're like, hey, you're selling a bunch of crap, then obviously I'm not gonna treat them with the same respect. Like, I'm just gonna be like, hey, you could leave. Like, I really don't appreciate you treating me like that. And make sure, again, to appreciate and thank all of your buyers, because that is a big key in being successful on Whatnot, in bringing those customers to come again and buy more. See, the only negative thing I would say about Whatnot in them encouraging the $1 start off price is that your stuff is not gonna go for as much, especially when you find a piece and you're like, yo, this is such a dope piece. I would definitely sell this on eBay for 25 and it only sells for $2 on Whatnot, and you're like, damn. Then you kind of get discouraged about selling on Whatnot because you think stuff isn't gonna sell for like a higher price. Those all factor in, like all the tips I gave you guys, to feel the room, appreciate your buyers, feel the market, like feel like what's going on. Let's say you started your first live and you only made 50 listings, and then there's 50 people and they're like, hey, we want more stuff. Then you're gonna have to go while you're on live and make more listings. So always add an extra 25 to 50 listings to your live, because sometimes you just wanna make a little bit more money, especially when there's more people there and the live is popping off. Sometimes the lives aren't doing well. I sold 29 items last night, and I appreciate all the people that came through and bought stuff. I even had my friend Victoria, she came through, she bought 6 or 7 items. And after she bought those like items, people started like buying other items. So make sure you guys hit up your friends when you guys are doing a sale. And that's another good tip, is you just wanna hit up people that you think would be interested in your stuff, maybe friends, family, or followers, and be like, hey, I'm having a sale. You guys have been seeing some of the stuff that I've been picking up at the thrift store. Now's your chance to get it for a really good deal. Now I'm gonna show you guys some of the premium stuff on my premium racks. Now the premium racks start at $15, $25, and a little bit higher. So usually I'm sitting over here on my lives, and then I walk over here when people want to see the premium stuff, and then I have a rack right here, and then I have 2 racks right here, which I just started this system today because I had the $25 items right here with the $15 items, and it kind of confused some people sometimes. And it's also a little bit more spread out now so people could see the items better. So I'm gonna start over here with the $15 rack. There is a lot of good deals over here. We have like a nice Coliseum, Michigan jersey that will be started out at 15 bucks. And I put stuff like this over here because people want jerseys. They want some more higher end pieces sometimes. And this is definitely the deal rack where you could get some cool vintage sportswear, get a nice little vintage dog tee. There's some jerseys in here, a long sleeve Columbia jersey. Something like this, a nice little simple vintage Nike from the 90s with the embroidered swoosh. It does have a little spot stain, but for 15 bucks, you'd rather get it on my Whatnot sale than probably round 2 for like 50 bucks. Now we swivel over here and we go to the $25 rack, which I do have a pretty good selection of some of the more higher end pieces. We got a CDG shirt for a women's. This is size large for ladies. That's 25 bucks. We got a really cool diverse selection of pieces. We have a Hawaiian shirt made by Paradise Found. This is a really good brand to sell on eBay. But I was just taking a little bit of a gamble, putting it on my premium rack and seeing what kind of stuff people are feeling. So we have this I found yesterday at the bins. It says Gordon Sucks, and it's a Dale Earnhardt shirt. Pretty dope. That is a size large. Unfortunately, it's a cutoff. If it wasn't a cutoff, I would probably have put it on my more premium stuff over here. Anything right here with a gray hanger is $25. We got the vintage Sabret. This is a size extra large from the 80s. It definitely fits like a large though. It's in my large section. So I do have it organized by size. So we got small, medium, large, extra large, and then some 2XL at the end. And then sometimes when people are really willing to spend, you could show them the higher end items, which it's a little bit mixed. It's anywhere from like 40 to 150 bucks. So we start over here, we got a Bulls Champion. That's a size small, and all this is organized by size. It's not organized by price. So sometimes people do get a little confused because I'll show them like this for like 30 bucks or 40 bucks, and then they think this is 30 or 40 bucks, which is not true, because this right here is a $50 Link shirt from the early 2000s, and it's not the same price as something that's next to it, which can be a little confusing, but I do like the process that I have. Now this item should sell pretty fast. It is an all over print, really cool mountain tee, size large, made in USA, $19.99. Now I'm probably gonna put this for about 40 or 50 bucks, but it just depends on the feel of the room. If somebody's like, hey, will you take 40? And I'm asking 50, I'll be like, sure. Thank you for being respectful with like a fair offer. Like this Ramon shirt, I wouldn't go anywhere less than $100 on this. I usually tell people 120. It's a vintage Ramones Rocket to Russia band tee on that Diamond Star. So if someone's like, hey, will you take 60 bucks for that? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, and then they get kind of mad. They're like, why won't you take $60? It's like, because I'm not trying to undersell myself that much. Like if you're going to be fair, maybe we could work towards like 90 or 100. But if you're going to be rude, please, I do not want that negative energy in my room. Now, I hope the 5 tips that I showed you guys today help you guys on your first live. If you guys want to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Like that is one important thing you want to do to your buyers on Whatnot, is appreciate them and thank them for coming to your live and spending money, because it is their money. Like, you're gonna be giving them a good product, but they're also spending their hard-earned money on you. So make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys enjoyed the tips, leave them down in the comments. Like, what else do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see the shipping? Do you guys want to see a live sale? I could kind of do like a little screen recording and show you guys what it's like actually selling on there. Let me know what you guys are feeling, and I will definitely show it in a future video. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope any of these tips helped you guys, and I hope you guys have a good, successful first live on Whatnot. Hope everyone has a good day. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.